So, part of this weekend's adventure is hiking in Moraine State Park, and we're here now on the Glacier Ridge Trail. It's a trail that goes 17.2 miles and basically hugs the perimeter of Lake Arthur, about 50 yards off the lake, and it has an total elevation gain of like, I think it's at 2,300 something feet. So it's up and down, nothing too crazy, but really scenic. Had some fresh snow last night, and we're just gonna follow the blue blaze for a little while, see what we find out here. Here comes Liz. The trail kind of emerged onto this cabin. I think this is called the North Country Cabin or North Country Trail Cabin. And there's a marina down here. So there's all kinds of storage. You can see the docks down here through the woods. I'm gonna walk down there. And that must be the trail you come in. It leads also to a boat launch, I think, where you can launch your boats. I'm not sure if this cabin is something that can be rented or not, but it'd be kind of a neat place to stay. I'll walk down here to the marina. This is just one of several marinas that are all around Lake Arthur, and it's got a ton. Moraine State Park has a ton of picnic areas, pavilions, places you can like book for parties, maybe scout gatherings or church gatherings or things like that. But this trail I was on just dumped out of the woods right here by the marina. A little sloppy and messy now this time of year. I'm sure in a few weeks they'll be gearing up, get everybody back out there. Yeah, so give you a quick scan here. You can see where they got the slips, or the main parts of the slips going out. They haven't put the fingers on them yet. And then you got all the boat storage. And then the big lake way back there. There is a horsepower limit on the boats here. You cannot have more than a 20 horsepower motor on any of these boats. So you can see all the mass. So a lot of people do sailboating here, and then these pontoon boats would tell me that the lake is probably not very deep. So the pontoons will take up less water, and you can run those on a 20 horsepower motor, no problem. So I'm gonna just walk along the marina a little bit, and I'll head back into the woods on the trail. The wind's picking up a little bit. Finishing a loop. I've got about a mile left to go, and right now I'm gonna go up over this small little hill here, elevation maybe about 800 feet, get up and over and head back toward the parking area. But Lake Arthur's a pretty cool place. Didn't realize that Moraine State Park was so big. The entire perimeter of Lake Arthur, I was just reading down there at a kiosk, is 72 miles. So I'm continuing this climb up. A couple interesting things about Moraine State Park. It's broken into a north side and a south side, and you can't get from one to the other without actually exiting the park and taking a highway. You can either jump on I-79 one exit, or you can take like a service road and then access the north to the south that way, or vice versa. But it's a beautiful park. There's so many coves, marinas scattered all around the perimeter, and I can't imagine what this place would be like in the summertime. I bet it's packed. It's about 40 miles, maybe 45 miles north of Pittsburgh, right along Interstate 79. If you ever want to get out here, I highly recommend popping in and taking a visit. Tons of mountain biking trails, kayaking, canoeing, hiking, backpacking. No camping in here. However, there is a campground right outside that abuts it. It's called Bear Run Campsite. Of course, it wouldn't be a good hike without the snow kicking in. Coming up onto a little pond here. Have a neat little spot. Be a nice spot to stop and go fishing. So, almost back to the car. Not too far. Good short hike today, about 3 miles or so. And just enough to keep the hiking legs going for the weekend. I'll be posting a few things, show you what how I spent the rest of my weekend. Either attached to this video or maybe in a separate one. Not quite sure how I'm going to put it all together yet. I always love and enjoy how when it's snowing in the forest like this, it just turns the place into like a winter wonderland. I love snow on the trees, on the trails, looking at footprints and watching the birds this time of year gather little sticks. Even in the snow, they're building their nests. So I'm almost back to the car. You can see up here, little parking area with a trailhead, where we started, and it's pretty crowded for a remote trailhead. There's 5 or 6 cars here, even in this weather. So, another good hiking morning.